Alright, hello again my friends. Just wanted to show you my compost system real quick before I finish screening this and taking it over to the garden. So I have here my system. It's a 3-pile system. We have the freshest with all the stuff that we're still dumping on it, be it grass clippings, weeds we're pulling, the food scraps from inside, paper plates, paper towels, paper bags, anything that's not like clean and waxy I'll throw in there. And then as it progresses, so I've gotten it now to where I have a pile that I'm able to use in the spring, a pile that I'm able to use in the fall, and then a pile that's working for the next year. So this one's working for the next year, for next spring. This one will be used in the fall here, and right now I'm not actually turning this one. All I'm doing is adding a little bit of grass clippings here and there, because we actually have potatoes growing out of it, which happened in my compost pile last year as well. And compost potatoes are amazing. Compost doesn't grip it like soil, so they come out completely clean and so bursting huge and full of nutrition since they were right out of compost. But as soon as those are harvested, I'll start turning this pile again, because what I've been doing is, as my finished pile here that's been breaking down since last year, I'm using this now. And as you can see, I have some in the wheelbarrow, but what I'm doing is I use this screen here that my buddy made for me, and you put it right over your wheelbarrow. It's just 2x4s put together with some 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch wire. And then what I do is I just start scooping my compost into there, and what I want to do is I want to get out all these woody bits, because I want to plant seeds straight into this. What I'm doing this year is I'm applying this as I plant my tomatoes, as I plant my cannabis plants, and as I also am planting my squash. It's recommended to make mounds for your squash, and rather than pull up the native soil, I'm just making mounds straight out of this. And once it's screened, this is the most gorgeous material. Like, it is incredible. I mean, give it a sniff and it is sweet and punky like a forest floor. That's what you want. And this stuff, just loving it. So as I scoop it in, I take out all the screen bits. So say, I'll throw some in there, and then I'll do it with my pitchfork here and put 2 big scoops in, then screen it around. All the small stuff goes through, the good compost. And then all these woody bits, once I have a big screen full of it here, take them right over to the next pile and throw it in, and that helps inoculate it with some good fungal and bacterial colonies, because to get really good biodynamic compost, it's much different from just dirt. All this stuff that they call top soil, it's not living. If you don't have worms and other arthropods, and if you don't have little night crawlers crawling around, if you don't see the white tendrils of mycelium from the fungus in there, and if it's not breaking down properly and gaining heat in the middle, you're not getting biodynamic compost. You're just getting dirt, or perhaps even something worse, something with pathogenic material in it, if you're not getting the compost right. So it's just a matter of turning it, making sure it gets aeration, so you don't have anaerobic or without air soil that creates pathogenic bacteria. So you just really need to turn it. You need to add a good mix. Basically, I'm not too scientific about the mix, but you just have to make sure you have woody material and green material. So between our food scraps and all our mowing and all our pruning, that works out just great. So I am loving it this year. I hope everyone gets on the compost game. Happy growing. Love you all. Bye.